All right, so you're scrolling through Instagram, right? And you're seeing Lamborghinis, private jets, these insane mansions with like infinity pools that look like they go on forever. And you're sitting there thinking, man, these people must have like so much cash just lying around. Wrong. Like completely wrong. Here's the thing that's gonna blow your mind. Most billionaires, they're actually cash poor. Wait, what? Yeah, I know. Sounds crazy, right? But hear me out. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, these guys barely keep any cash in the bank. I mean, Elon freaking Musk. He famously had to borrow money just to pay his rent. So here's a question that's about to like flip your entire reality upside down. If rich people don't actually use their own money, how do they keep buying everything? The answer is something your parents probably warned you about your entire life. Something they said would like absolutely ruin you. Debt. But here's the twist, and this is where it gets interesting. Rich people, they don't avoid debt, they weaponize it. Stick with me here. I'm about to show you, like in the next 10 minutes or so, how billionaires use the exact thing that poor people fear to build literal empires. Okay, so growing up, we were all told the same lie, right? Stay away from debt. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. And you know what? For like 99% of people, that's actually good advice. Like consumer debt, credit cards, car loans, that stuff is basically financial quicksand. But the 1%? They play by a completely different rulebook. They know there are actually two types of debt. Type 1, bad debt, the wealth killer. All right, so this is what keeps most people broke. Let's say you buy the new iPhone for like $1,200 on a credit card, right? Does it make you money? No. Does it like pay you rent? Obviously not. It literally loses value the second you open the box. Plus, and here's the kicker, with 18% interest, you end up paying like $1,400 for a phone that's eventually worth, what, $300? You just burned money, like literally set it on fire. Type 2, good debt, the wealth builder. Now this is the secret. Good debt is when you borrow money to buy an asset that actually pays you back. So imagine this, okay? You borrow $100,000 to buy a rental property. Your mortgage payment, let's say it's $1,300, but you rent it out for $1,500. So check this out. The tenant pays the debt for you, and you keep the extra $200 every single month. You basically use the bank's money to buy an asset that puts cash in your pocket. That's the game, guys. Rich people, they almost never use their own money. They use OPM, other people's money. Let me show you the 4 strategies they use to turn debt into like millions. All right, so real estate is like the classic playground for this stuff. Here's the math, and honestly, it's gonna blow your mind. You want a $100,000 property, okay? Option A, you save for like 10 years to pay cash. Pretty boring, right? Option B, the rich way, you put $40,000 down and you borrow the rest from the bank. Now, boom, you own the asset immediately. The tenant pays off the loan for you, but here's where it gets like magical. Appreciation. Let's say the property value goes up 5%, right? If you paid cash, so like the full 100K, you made a 5% return. Cool. But if you use the loan, you only put in $40,000 of your own money. That same $10,000 increase in value, that's a 25% return on your actual cash invested. You see what just happened there? This is called leverage. You control this massive asset with like a tiny amount of your own money. And rich people, they rinse and repeat. They buy one property, wait for it to go up in value, refinance to pull out the cash, tax-free by the way, and then use that cash to buy the next property. It's basically an infinite loop of wealth, all powered by debt. Pretty insane, right? Okay, so this one is, it's simpler, but it's brilliant. It's called arbitrage. The concept is super easy. Borrow low, earn high. So like if a bank offers you a loan at 6% interest, right? And you know an investment that pays like 12% returns, you take that loan every single time. Here's how it works. Let's say you borrow $100,000 at 6%. You owe the bank $6,000 a year, right? You take that money and you invest it into a business or like some fund that's paying 12%. So now you're earning $12,000. You pay the bank their cut, $6,000, and you keep the $6,000 difference. You literally just created money out of thin air. Like you didn't even use your savings. You just moved money from a cheap source to a profitable one. And here's the thing. This is exactly how banks make money, by the way. They borrow from you, your savings account, at like 0.5%, and then lend it back to you through credit cards at 20%. Rich people just reverse the game. All right, okay, this is the big one. This is how the ultra wealthy, like we're talking Zuckerberg, Musk, Bezos, how they pay virtually zero income tax. It's a strategy that's famously called buy, borrow, die. And honestly, it sounds kind of morbid, but just hear me out. Here's the logic. If you sell your stock to get cash, you have to pay capital gains tax. That's like 20 to 30% of your money just gone, straight to the government. Billionaires, they hate selling. So instead, they do this. Step 1, buy or build. They acquire assets, Tesla stock, Amazon shares, whatever. Let's say they've got like $100 million in stock. Step 2, borrow. They go to a bank and they're like, hey, I have $100 million in stock. Give me a line of credit. And the bank's like, sure, here's $10 million cash at a low interest rate. So now the billionaire has $10 million to spend on, yachts, mansions, or like just groceries. And here's the crucial point. Borrowed money, it's not income, it's tax-free. They get the cash, they keep the stock, and they pay zero taxes. Step 3, die. Yeah, it sounds dark, but it's literally the ultimate loophole. When they eventually pass away, their heirs inherit the stock and the debt. But here's where it gets crazy. Because of this tax rule called stepped-up basis, the value of the stock gets reset. The heirs can sell the stock to pay off the loan, and they pay zero taxes on all the growth that happened during the billionaire's lifetime. So, they lived like kings, paid no taxes, and passed the fortune to the next generation. Legal? Yes. Fair? You decide. All right, so this is how private equity firms make like billions. It's called the leveraged buyout, or LBO. Imagine you find a company worth $10 million, okay? You only put up $2 million of your own cash. You borrow the other $8 million. But here's the savage move. You don't pay back the loan. The company does. Yeah, you transfer the debt onto the company's books, so the company's own profits are paying off the loan you used to buy it. Then you fix up the management, you cut costs, you increase profits, and 5 years later, you sell the company for $20 million. You turned your $2 million into a massive payday, using the company's own future profits to pay for itself. This is how Wall Street works, guys. It's aggressive, it's risky, and it's incredibly profitable. Okay, so before you run to the bank, we need a reality check. Rich people first build cash flow and assets, and only then use debt. Debt isn't a shortcut, it's an accelerator. Debt is a weapon. Used correctly, it hunts for you. Used incorrectly, it kills you. If you leverage yourself to the max and the market crashes, you get wiped out. This happened to millions of people in 2008. This happens to real estate investors who can't find tenants. This happens to anyone who thinks debt is just free money. It's not. It's a tool that amplifies your results. If you're smart, it amplifies wealth. If you're stupid, it amplifies bankruptcy. So, the next time you see a billionaire, remember this. They aren't just hoarding cash somewhere. They're masters of debt. They use good debt to buy assets. They use leverage to multiply returns. And they use loans to avoid taxes. The system is basically designed to reward those who understand debt and punish those who fear it. Now you know the secret. The question is, what are you gonna do with it? If this video opened your eyes, smash that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments, which strategy shocked you the most? The buy, borrow, die tax hack, or the real estate infinite loop? Thanks for watching.